Hey you guys, so it's a great day today, but I have some shocking news about my daughter that it would blow your mind. So I woke up this morning with my husband handing me Nayeli's cell phone. And is like, you need to talk to her because I caught her sneaking outside last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. So I am a loss for words. I got up, I woke her up, and before I did that, I was like, what am I doing wrong? What is going on? Why is she sneaking out? Like, I had all these questions on my mind. Um, how do I handle this? So, I guess last night, after I went to sleep, my husband was up with them, and for some reason he had this feeling just to stay in the living room, and he fell asleep in the living room. About 1 o'clock in the morning, Nayeli sneaks out of the house. She didn't go anywhere. She sneaked out of the house and met up with her friend. And so my husband woke up and noticed it. And I was in shock. That has never happened to me before. I've never dealt with her sneaking out, or how to handle it. The first thing I did was message my good friend that is also like a second mother to them, that has watched them ever since they were little, and I was like, what do I do? How do I handle this? I didn't want to overreact. I did not want to beat her or overreact and be like, what in the heck are you doing? I had to calmly calm down. And then I woke up Nayeli and I said, what happened last night? And so she kind of ran off. She kind of went off and was just irate. And I was like, okay, your phone's out. You're not going to get your cell phone again. But I'm wondering if I handled that correctly. I did listen to what she said. After that, I was like, okay, go to your room. Then I got the text message from Marissa, from the babysitter, and she's like, you need to calm down. I could tell that you're probably irate with what's going on. One thing, at least she's safe at home. At least she didn't leave anywhere, but I can't, I have to tell her the rules, because I don't want her to walk all over us. So after calming down, I had to think about it. What was my situation when I synced out with my mom without my mom knowing? One thing, I got beat. I wasn't going to beat Nayeli. But she's like, you don't let me go out with my friends. You don't let me do anything. So I have to do it behind your back type thing. I asked her what the problem was, what she thought that she did wrong. I asked her about why she did it. And she's like, well, because you would never let me go out. You never let me see my friends. You never said that I could leave the house. Can't leave the house at 1 o'clock. But I never said she could either. So we set some ground rules on what is appropriate at her age. She's barely 14. Or she's almost 15, so she has a month or so to turn 15. And I don't want to be that mother that is her best friend. I still want to be the authority in her life, but then I don't want it to be that she can't trust me or she doesn't like my authority and then she runs off, still without me knowing. So I kind of had to step back. We made some ground rules of what's appropriate at her age, and if she wants her friend to come over, that they have to come over no later than 9 p.m. on a school day, or actually no later than 8 p.m. on a school day. And then on the weekends, I mean, they could come a little bit later, but they have to be out of the house by 9. I guess I'm still thinking that she's a little kid, you know. I have to realize that she's 14, that she is a teenager. At that age, I wanted to hang out with my friends, and I wanted to go to the mall and go ice skating or skating back then. So I need to learn how to be more relaxed with her, I guess you could say. Just because this literally her sneaking out, I did not expect it. I don't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle it. Yeah, it's honestly, I'm at a loss for words. It's hard for me to raise somebody right now at this time. Society's totally different. Safety's totally different than when I grew up. And now I see how my mother's reactions is to when I like sneaked out or went out with my friends without her permission. I think my communication skills with her needs to be a bit better. I need to have rules, but I need to give her some freedom to make her own decisions, her own rules. So that is where we're at. Honestly, I thought it was kind of funny that she did sneak out of the house and she just went out to the yard. My husband wasn't. My husband was like, you gotta stop it now. Otherwise, it's going to get worse. Or, how many times have we known that she sneaks out? She could get in trouble. She could be out drinking. She could be out doing stuff that she's not supposed to do. Things like that. So my reaction in the beginning was like, thinking that was kind of funny. I thought it was funny. But then it's like serious. I was like, no, I'm the mom. I can't be her best friend. Rules have to apply. And things have to be like a certain way. So we did make a decision that she, is able to have friends over. She has to tell me ahead of time because we always have stuff to do or I'm not home. They have to be here when I am not, they have to be here when I'm at home. They can't just come over whenever. So, yeah. You guys, this is the hardest thing I've ever gone through, really, with Nayeli, with my kid. She's 14 years old, and I still want to think she's 9. But I know in high school, they want to go out with their friends, they want to go to the mall. And I know that she had been stressing because she hasn't been seeing her little boyfriend, I guess he is, her little friend, for 3 weeks since they're out of school with this coronavirus. And why am I blurry? There you go. And so I know she's been stressing about that because she can't see her friends at school. So I did punish her. I did take away her cell phone for 2 weeks. I originally was going to say a month. But after sitting down and kind of reacting and, kind of giving her the benefit of the doubt of her first time, I did check her phone, and it did seem like it's the first time that she ever really sneaked out because she was talking to a couple friends and knowing that it was not correct. And her friends telling her, Nayeli, don't do that because your mom is going to get mad type thing. I think she's going to learn her lesson. I hope so. So this is a life with a teenager. I don't remember how. I don't think I was that bad at age 14. I think I was like 15, 16, probably 15 when I started doing sneaking out or not listening to my mom. But I used to get beat. Um, but the moral of the story is still have that communication with your kids. You can't be their best friend, but you have to be their mom. I mean, you could still be their best friend, but you still have to be their mom. You know, she doesn't understand that it's because of her safety, you know. I don't know, you guys. Alright, that's my little surprise of the day. Naomi snuck out of the house, and at 1 o'clock in the morning, okay, but to be clear, it was only for like 10 minutes because she got scared and she came back inside. So she still has a conscience. Punishment wise, I mean, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I know that a lot of people, especially from their church, are gonna watch this video, and especially with the title of this video, and you guys are gonna be like, yeah, that's how I was. So just send her a little message. Tell her that you saw this YouTube video of her sneaking outside the house. And this is the mother of a teenager. Alright, you guys, that's my little vlog for the day. It's so beautiful outside. It's like, I don't know what the temperature is, but it's like in the 70s. And we are stuck. Tomorrow I get to go home. Tomorrow I get to go to work. But otherwise we are stuck here, still in quarantine. We did go to Target and we did find disinfected wipes at the Target in Ankeny. But anyways, I hope you guys are doing good. And there's my little story time of the day. Alright, guys, have a good day. Be safe.